What's up, everyone? Welcome to HeelTv. My name is Rainman, and I want to talk about something. I want to talk about my top 3 failed storylines of the WWE. Now, we all see that there has been some storylines directed towards their superstars that could have had some potential. You know, either it could be the best storyline they had in a while, or one of the best storylines ever. But either something happened, they took another turn with it, or they actually went with the storyline, and that's actually the ending of that whole storyline, you know. Now, there has been times that we actually seen failed storylines, so I want to talk about my top 3 failed storylines of the WWE. If y'all have anything different, or y'all want to share y'all top 3, hit me up with a comment or video response. It would be greatly appreciated. My number 3, the anonymous GM storyline. Now, in 2010, there was a general manager on Monday Night Raw, but we didn't know who it was at that time, you know. The way how he got around was just, how he got his voice around was just emailed through a computer that was right by Michael Cole. Every time he sent a message, you had that blinking lights and that sound that, you know, and Michael Cole got up and he read the email, and he basically read what the general manager wanted in a match, you know, or who he wanted in a match. And I remember at that time, I actually thought it was going to be Eric Bischoff, you know. I really thought it was going to be Eric Bischoff. I mean, if you pay attention towards the anonymous GM, he was basically on the Nexus side, you know. He signed them to be WWE superstars. He was in favor of the whole, you know, Cena has to listen to Wade Barrett's orders, otherwise he's fired, or such things like that. He was basically on the Nexus side. He was trying to be a fair general manager, but basically he was towards the Nexus side, you know. And I thought it was Eric Bischoff. I mean, he led NWO. I mean, he could have led a great team like the Nexus onto somewhere, you know. So at the time, I actually thought it was going to be Eric Bischoff, you know. Of course, he was still in TNA, and he wasn't going to get tired of TNA. So, my mind has changed after when John Cena, you know, he dismantled Michael Tarver, and, you know, every time you saw Michael Tarver backstage, you see him just chilling on his cell phone. Whenever a superstar walks down towards the ring, you just see him go like that. That's how you basically see Michael Tarver. You've seen him in the most unusual times, and we just spot him, you know. I remember me and my friends were all like, hey, let's play a game, let's see who can spot Michael Tarver the most, you know. And we mostly spot him on SmackDown and on Raw, you know. And I actually thought it was me and Michael Tarver, but it wasn't actually Michael Tarver. And the anonymous GM, you know, with the whole, you know, blinking lights and the little texting sound, they just stopped with it, you know, for half a year. They just stopped with it, and, you know, he finally came back, and it was all like, dang, you know, they stopped with the storyline. They started with it, they stopped at the beginning with it again. What the hell? And, you know, Santino, he said he was going to find out who the anonymous GM was, and sadly he did find out. It was neither Michael Tarver, it was neither Eric Bischoff, and thank God if it wasn't Jim Cornette, you know. Last thing I want to see is Jim Cornette go on TNA to WWE. It turned out to be one of the well-known people that I hate, and it's Hornswoggle. I mean, you could have done better. You could have done Triple H, you could have done Shawn Michaels, but Hornswoggle, I didn't only facepalm myself so hard, but I facepalm myself so freaking hard, I just turned off the TV and didn't watch Raw for the rest of the nights. That's how pissed off I was. So yeah, I mean, that's number 3 of my top failed storylines of WWE. Number 2, the Vince McMahon suicide storyline. So Vince McMahon lost his ECW title to Bobby Lashley, and you see Vince McMahon right on the ramp side, sits in a chair, just facing towards the ring, staring gloomishly, just going like he's really depressed. So on this one night, I remember Jonathan Coach, he said that he was going to make a night called Vince McMahon Appreciation Night, and they had like superstars and not actors, but like celebrities tell them what they think about Vince McMahon. No one mostly appreciated Vince McMahon except for Steve-O, you know. And afterwards, Vince McMahon was just really depressed. He just got off his seat one time, like towards the end of the show, he just got off his seat, went backstage, walked right past the whole roster of Raw, SmackDown, ECW. He just walked right past by them, went inside his limo, stick his foot out, stick it back in, limo explodes, you know, and it was like, whoa, shit, I wonder how they're gonna portray this out, you know? So, I remember the week after that, they started saying that, you know, they got investigators, I don't know if they said police or FBI or whatever, but they said they got investigators investigating the WWE superstars, asking, you know, who could be behind it or such. And I was all like, okay, so now someone killed them, so I want to know how they're going to portray this out. I mean, was it a suicide? Was it murder? But unfortunately, the storyline had to be compromised. No disrespect or anything, but it had to be stopped because of death of a WWE superstar had happened, and the superstar's name was Chris Benoit. And I remember on that Monday night, after Extreme Rules, Vince McMahon, he said the whole Vince McMahon storyline, suicide storyline, had to stop because of an unfortunate death of Chris Benoit. He had an accident. He had a car accident outside of his home in California, I think, or shit, I couldn't remember what was the place, but he said outside of his home. So I remember, because I recorded that episode, the whole Chris Benoit tribute. I remember he said that, and I was all like, so the storyline just stopped because of Chris Benoit. Well, I mean, that sucks, but I always want to know how is this storyline's gonna end, you know? So that's my number 2 right there. My number 2 top storyline that had been failed. Number 1 happens to be the number 1 storyline that I always hated, that failed miserably. I don't know if they're trying to be funny, but they failed. And it was the Vince McMahon illegitimate son, or the illegitimate child. So Vince McMahon, he actually had an illegitimate son or daughter, and he was trying to find out who it was. Whether it be John Cena, Kane, Jeff Hardy. I remember one time they said it was they were like, I know who it is, it's the Big Show, like that, you know, like they said it was the Big Show, I believe. And I was all like, well, shit, who could it be? I mean, hopefully it's a returning superstar. Like, hopefully it's RVD. That'd be pretty freaking funny. And I remember this one night they said, you know, we're gonna gather every single superstar and diva. We're gonna gather them around the ring, and we're gonna find out who it is. So I remember that black dude. He was all like, your son has hair. So I was like, Kane, you're out. Get away. Your son is very fond of gold. He's like, okay, so my son's a champion. Anyone who's not a champion, get out. Everyone who's a champion, get inside the ring. And I was just laughing every time that went through. And when he said, your son likes to play the game, everybody's like, ooh, like that. Like, everyone's like, what? And I was like, whoa, wait, he fucked Stephanie. That's incest. And then when Vince McMahon's all like, no, you cut this crap out. I want to know who my son is. And when he's all like, he's very fond of playing the game of hide and seek, wing around the rosy and all that, I'm all like, he's like, your son is Hornswoggle. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. And right when he came out, I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. I've been more convinced if it was Triple H, but Hornswoggle, get that shit out of here. When I mean get that shit out of here, I mean get Hornswoggle out of here. He does not. To be honest with you, I think he ruined quite a amount of WWE segments and storylines. You know, like when he joined DX. What else? When he was the last ever Cruiserweight champion, and whenever he participated inside the Royal Rumble of 2011, 2010? I think it was 2010. I believe so. Yeah. That's when it had that 40-man in it. But Hornswoggle ruined a lot of shit. I don't know if he's still signed with WWE, but if he is, get him out. I mean, I know he's in there for the kids and all, but you're ruining great storylines. You're ruining great segments because of that little fucker. You know? So yeah, that's my top 3 failed storylines of the WWE. If y'all got something different, like I said, comment or video response would be much appreciated. Peace.